You miss him, sweetheart. Yes, I know, but he has your socials, your number. You don't have him blocked, and he knows your address. He has access to you. So if he wanted to talk to you, then he just would. He would reach out and text, "I'm sorry I did that to you. I don't know what was going through my head. But this time apart has showed me that you're nothing like the rest." So miss him all you want, but for how much longer are we going to do this when we know they don't care? If they are physically capable of showing up, but they just choose not to be there. So miss them. Continue to wait for them to show up at your door one day, as it's repeatedly no one. It's really your choice, because some people have to feel it until not a single bone in their body wants their ex back. And it may take some time, it may take a while, but keep in mind while you're healing that he is capable of calling, sending flowers, or even doing the bare minimum. But because he doesn't care enough to be there, he won't.
When people ask what happened between us, I immediately brush it off and give them the simple reply: we just didn't work out. We grew up and we grew apart. It's easier than explaining how one day I held the world in my palms, and the next I watched it burn at my fingertips. How I became both the arsonist and the bystander, lighting the match with your smile, and standing frozen as the flames swallowed me whole. I don't like talking about you. Maybe if I loved you less than I could. Maybe saying your name wouldn't feel like choking. Maybe my lungs wouldn't collapse after chain-smoking cigarettes, desperately trying to exhale you out of me after someone mentions what you've been up to. How do you explain to someone how love and pain are roommates, sharing the same bed, tangling their limbs until you can't tell them apart? That love is a knife you willingly press into your chest, and pain is the hand that twists it. I wish I could spit out the truth just as easily as telling them we just didn't work out. How do I say that I hated you and wanted you in the same breath, that I loved you so much it made me sick? I don't tell them about the nights I drowned myself in strangers, looking for pieces of you in the way they kissed me. I don't tell them about how it felt like cheating even though you were already gone. I don't tell them about the shame, how I scrubbed my skin raw in the shower to rinse off the touch of strangers I had wished were you. But when someone mentions your name, my answer is easy. We grew up and we grew apart. And maybe, if I loved you less, I could find the words. But loving you was never simple, and losing you is the one story I'll never know how to tell.
It's hard being a teenage girl. You have to be pretty and perfect with a flat stomach and no acne while avoiding the label attention-seeking. You must have nice thighs but not too thin because then you're a stick, but not too thick because then you're too big. You must be social but not too loud because then you're annoying, but if you're too quiet, then you're just boring. If you show your body, you are slut-shamed, and if you hide it, you're just insecure. If you have good grades, you're a nerd, and if you have bad grades, you are dumb. If you have nice things, you are spoiled, and if you buy an off-brand, you are poor. Why are we all supposed to look, act, and dress the same in order to satisfy society's standards and meet this warped, unobtainable definition of perfection? We starve our bodies to fit in, when in reality, nobody can be perfect and meet every standard. Pretty isn't perfection. Pretty is an opinion. What even is considered pretty? Girls are picking themselves apart and changing who they are for a beauty standard that doesn't even matter. A number on a scale doesn't define you as beautiful if on the inside you are mean and bitter. Why are we judging people on what they look like? Why can't we see people for who they are on the inside? Striving to be pretty is pointless. You need to strive to be beautiful on the inside and out. Why can't we learn that now?
She cried in her bed, "God, why did you take him away? I liked him and he liked me." But God held the girl and said, "My daughter, I removed him because you asked me to remove anything that wasn't from me. He was not from me. I see all of the motives of others, and I see past their outward appearance, and I see the heart. I know you liked him, but I saw all that was unseen. I have so much better for you, my daughter, so much better." The girl would hurt, and then she would heal. She would weep and weep, but she would learn to laugh again. She learned that God would never take something away from her that was hers, and she never had to worry about the boy again, because she would soon learn that God has so much better for her.
And I don't know how to love without it consuming me. How do I enjoy a spark without the fire burning? And you don't know how to love without running away. At what point will you decide I'm not worth this day? I could be a martyr for my religion. If God is love, I could die for love. I could die for your love. And you take the knife from my hands. You didn't let me love you like I could. You blew out the fire. You wept on the wood. You took off your clothes, but you didn't let me in. I had no idea that was possible, to keep your heart but give your skin. And I don't know the difference between love and obsession, and you don't know how to love without leaving the door open. And I don't know what it means to love without dependence, why you cling to your trust issues and your hyper-independence. And I don't know how to love without bleeding, and you don't like the intimacy that comes with healing, so you stole the bandages and went fleeing. I tell myself it's not my fault that I confuse strangling for hugs, but I know the truth. I like the way it feels when someone depletes me of my blood. And you tell yourself it's not your fault that you don't let yourself fall in love, but you know the truth. You like the idea that if you never let others in, you won't be responsible for the blood on your hands. I love you, she said. He thought for a moment and shook his head. How can you love me when you hate yourself, he pressed. She thought the kisses that he left diluted the cuts and scars on her skin, like making a god out of a boy would erase all of her demons within. She had put him on a pedestal while she laid crying on the floor. He was so high up he could not reach her anymore. She was worshiping him on her knees. She was relying on someone who could not meet her needs. She said God made her for him, and then she made a church out of his skin. She made a religion out of his validation. His love became her medication. The girl thought she could have a secret affair, in love with both the boy and her own despair. It seemed his love for her vanished as her misery grew. The boy had to leave. What else was he to do? She hated herself more than she loved him. She hated herself so much his hate for her was bound to begin. Her tears made his skin run so raw his sympathy melted into apathy. She wanted him to love her the way Adam loved Eve, remove from his body a rib so that she may finally breathe. But how could he when the serpent lives in her head? A mistress named Pain slithered in their bed. She doesn't know the difference between love and codependence. She can't enjoy a spark without adding gasoline. She says, is it really love if it doesn't kill me? It was impossible for him to love her the way she desired without burning himself in the fire. He tried the best he could, but he let out the fire and he cried on the wood. So the boy walked away with a valuable lesson. You can never be the answer to someone's depression without losing yourself, all to be a hero for someone else. So the girl walked away with a valuable lesson. There's a difference between love and obsession.
And sometimes I wonder if you ever stalk my social media. If you ever just look, stare, see me in parts of my house or in public and just wish you could be there. Because there once was a time that you were. My carpet memorized your footsteps, how it would always creak when it hit the last step, and my door was always slightly creaked when you said you were on your way, so it could always welcome you into my room as I was laying in my bed. I wonder if you ever scroll, see me post in a piece of clothing you left over, or two, because that last time being the last time is something we never knew. Or maybe you see me on social media and you send it to your friends, laugh and make fun of me, because it didn't matter since you never plan on coming in contact or seeing me again. So sometimes, I wonder, if you ever stalk my social media and yearn for what once was alive between us, but now, unfortunately, because of you, is dead.
I don't want to unlearn your favorite color and have someone new learn mine. I don't want to explain that it's pink, but not just any pink. Like, you know the kind of pink that looks good on nails, but not on walls. I don't want someone to look at me like I'm crazy when you would know exactly what I mean. I don't want to retell old stories, the ones you knew like they were your own. Like how I chipped my tooth on a ring pop at 7, or how I still can't eat grape jelly because of one bad memory. And how sometimes I talk in my sleep. I don't want to turn my history into a resume for someone new, hoping they'll find the little quirks charming instead of strange. I don't want to laugh at someone else's jokes and wonder if you'd think they're funny, or catch myself reaching for a hand that stopped reaching back a long time ago. I don't want to hear a song we loved and have it belong to someone else. I want it to always be ours, even if we're not. I don't want to rewrite memories with someone else's handwriting like you were just a rough draft. I don't want to move on like love is something you outgrow, like shoes that just stopped fitting, because I still fit in us, even if you've already outgrown me. I don't want to unlearn your favorite color, and I certainly don't want to unlove you.
But I don't think anyone has ever grieved me like I have grieved them. I don't think anyone has ever hyperventilated late at night in their bed from the tears they were drowning in. I just don't. I don't believe that they thought of me as a ghost, haunting them in every room we once walked in together, and it hurts them now so much that they're alone. I just don't. I don't think that anyone's heart has ever dropped because they thought that that was me they saw in the store. I don't think anyone has ever tried to send me a message on how much they missed me, but refused to press send. I just don't believe that. And maybe this says a lot about what I think I'm worth. But I doubt anyone has seriously ever hurt over the idea of losing me, on the possibility that they may never see me again in this lifetime. I just don't believe that anyone in my life or love story has been seriously paralyzed by the loss of me.
I wonder if you'll read this one day. Maybe you won't, but I'm writing this in case you will. I wish we'd done things right. I wish we had just focused on each other and not everyone else. I wish you had fought for me, and I wish you had stayed. Sometimes I recall the past, all the time actually, and I think of how in love I was with you. Head over heels in love. And in all honesty, I think I still am. I'm mostly healed now, but I don't think I'll ever love another like I loved you. From the moment I met you, I fell in love with you, and I know it sounds impossible and cheesy, but it's the truth. I fell in love with you. And honestly, I don't think I'll ever fall out. Since we've parted, we've both done hurtful things to each other, some intentional and some not. But just know, I'll never hate you for any of it. I know you're hurting in your own way, and I'm sorry for not realizing it sooner. I just wish you'd pushed your ego aside and opened up to me. I wish I could have been there to help you. And I do hope you're doing well, but I also hope you miss me and think of me once in a while. I wish I could go back in time. If I could, I'd do it all again, but I would do it differently. Except for one thing. I'd still fall in love with you. Even if it ends the same, I would still fall in love. And I guess this is my final goodbye. I hope you have an amazing life, and I hope you succeed in everything you do. I love you forever.
I don't hate you. I don't think I ever could. Not you. Never you. Not even after what you did or what you didn't do, I guess. Not even after that. And we could talk, and you could do worse. You really could if you tried. But I will never hate you. Not you. Even after all this time.
I believe it hurts worse ending on good terms. It hurts worse knowing that they're walking away and yet they could come back at any moment and you will let them. It hurts worse knowing that maybe this could have been prevented. Maybe if you had loved them louder and if you said this or did that, then maybe they would have stayed. It hurts worse knowing that they just gave up, decided they no longer wanted you, and figured out that they weren't ready after you gave them everything. All the love you had, all of your body and mind, and all of your time and energy. Yet they decided they wanted more. Decided they no longer want you in their life nor their future. It hurts worse when they say if they're ready then they'll come back. So you refuse to move on, still grasping onto the past and the imaginary. It hurts when they ask you for a goodbye kiss and when they ask to be friends because they still need you a part of their life. Yet they decided they no longer wanted you. It hurts worse when you still love them, but that person that you fell in love with no longer exists.
He's not coming back. Accept it. The disrespect he gave was too loud and you felt it, which is why he left, because he's carrying so much guilt that it's electric. Electric means it shocks him every time he thinks of you. He knows what he did wrong, but he just doesn't want to accept the fact of what he did to you, too. I do miss our memories. The laughs, the movies we watched when you would come over, and sometimes my brother still asks, when are you coming over again? I say we are no longer together. Then he asks, well, are you guys still friends? But it's complicated. See, I can't be friends with someone I'm still in love with. I also can't be friends with someone who hurt me. I hate that I had to make the decision to leave you, but nothing about the way you treated me was love. I get it. You loved the late night talks where you would try to get me out my pants. You liked the fact that at least I was pretty so you can brag to your friends. But you never genuinely thought, man, I'm gonna marry her. Not for the sex, not for my goals, but because of the connection that I've always looked forward to hold, that I've always looked for in a person. But I guess now that it's over, I write what I wanted you to be on a piece of paper. And every night I add things that I wanted you to change. And maybe someday, somehow, you'll come across that page and decide to change for your wife so that she'll have everything she needs in a way. I really wish sometimes I could run back into your arms. But I can't come back to a place you made unsafe.
What if I never get over you? Like, what if the next person I try loving only gets the leftovers because I'm still stuck on the thought of you? Because if you still have the pieces, then they won't get the whole, and I gotta admit, that scares me a bit because I'm still pouring into the thought of you and I need to be pouring into their bowl. And honestly, it's out of my control when I thought you were my soul mate. Now I've got nothing on my plate. Because with you I ate, and I ate, and I ate, and I hate that I can't hate you when you did nothing wrong. But let's get something straight. I ruined the friendship. I'm the reason we don't date. I got obsessed and I partially blame my ADHD. I probably should medicate. That's not me deflecting. I'll still take on the weight. But don't tell me to make happy poems. I'm stating facts. This isn't just some negative mind state. Like, seriously. What if I never get over you? What if you were the one and I just threw? I don't want to bring all this baggage into my next relationship. Like, I'm not moving in with you. Like, how can I move on when I got so much baggage in my arms? I don't want to move into a house I'm not welcome to and set off the alarm, then get approached with firearms. Darn. All I'm going to say is I pray I get over you someday so that I can finally fill up my plate like I'm at a whole freaking buffet, because god dang.
And I'm in class staring at my teacher, but not hearing a word he's even saying, which is strange because I can definitely hear my heart beating in my ears from the tears that I cried before walking into this classroom, trying to keep my composure, but wanting to let it all out because I cannot hold it in any longer. Despondent, a lack of consciousness, what I feel in this class looking around at my peers, wondering if they are going to go home to someone that they love, if they're going to be held tonight, because I know I am not. So tears fill the rim of my eyes and fall down onto my desk. I wipe it away like I try to erase the part of us that I love so much out of my head. I look up and make eye contact with my teacher. He pretends like he can't feel my pain and glances away. But he knows, he can see it in my eyes, that I'll only come to this class for my attendance but no information. So he stares. I put my head down, bite my tears, and pretend that nothing is wrong at all. And I put on a facade to be strong.
Do you know how painfully gut-wrenching and earth-shattering it is to be half-loved by someone you'd bleed yourself dry for? To offer them everything only to realize they never intended to hold it? Only in my dreams am I loved the way that I love, and it's not poetic, it's pathetic. Raw and unromantic. I can't turn this into something beautiful. I can't write similes that will make it hurt less. No metaphor will soften the blow. I'm just a secret you keep hidden until you want me again. I'll always be the half-love, the half-truth, the almost, the maybe that never becomes a yes. I'm the one who knows every part of you you're afraid to show, but you're too afraid to claim me. I've watched myself shrink, watched myself disappear piece by piece, trying to fit into the small secret corner you've made for me. I've traded away my pride for the illusion of something real for a love that doesn't belong to me. I'm a placeholder for something you don't believe in. I can't turn this pain into poetry. Can't make this heartbreak sound like healing because there's no beauty in being half-loved, no silver lining, nothing that makes this worth the pain. I'll keep waiting for a love that's never coming. The door stays open, the light stays on, and I'm still here, hoping you'll see me for more than what comes between my thighs. I never wanted to be forgettable. I thought I was more, but my name gets more faint every time you say it. I think I've realized the truth I kept burying. I was never waiting for you to love me back. I was just waiting for the strength to let you go.